What's up? No beatboxing. What is this? Shout out to you guys. How are we all doing? Good morning, good morning, good morning. Wow. BTC to the moon? Nah. Doge to the moon. Now, Mrs. Otter wasn't too upset yesterday. Hope you're all doing well. Shout out to chat. She wasn't too mad that we didn't have that conversation yesterday before dinner because guess what? We were winning. So we're going to look at Doge. Ethereum pumps and Bitcoin remains sideways following a certain trend line we marked out. So shout out to you guys. Shout out to Space Invader, my man. Gotta have a look at the Doge. TRD Farmer says, my ex was super sensitive, light sleeper, and miserable. When her sleep was disturbed, could never get her to use the earplugs, though. Well, as a carpenter who works right after the stream, we got those yellow earbuds that you twist and then you plug in your ears. Well, we got Mrs. Otter, the beautiful earplugs, so we're all good. Jake Fro, what's up? Hope you're doing well. My man. He's going to go over and get Gareth Soloway to come and join the Otter gang. Hope you're all doing well. Let's jump into Doge first because we might as well get the Elon out of the way. And we can see that we've come up to this key level of resistance at like 10 cents, 10.5 cents, okay? Which is pretty crazy, okay? Pretty crazy. But when we look at this, we can see why it's not that actually crazy. Yes, we did get Doge moves off of Elon, right? So if we mark out this horizontal here on the weekly and we take a better look at this, we can see that this is a key level of support and resistance that has kept us down, right? Just like we talk about when there's that 30K of Bitcoin, there is that key level of resistance for Dogecoin. Yes, it is 7th in market cap. It flipped data, which is massive. Massive. Elon switches the Twitter symbol. We get some beautiful pumpage, but this is no new story for the Doge. The Doge seems to be making a run, and I believe this huge spike here was when people were thinking that Elon was going to incorporate Doge into Twitter for payment systems. So very, very much a key level that needs to be broken out of. It has failed. We have shorted that level and we have made profits. So is this going to continue? Well, if we go over Twitter, we can see that there's still a dog at the top of the Twitter here. Okay. And Doge is still trending. So we got to be patient here. It could continue to pump, but we're going to be patient and we're going to trade the levels. Now, what does the level say? The level says that we're supposed to be shorting unless we get a big, huge boost yet again to the upside. So when we zoom in on Doge, we can simply see that we have formulated some sort of bull flag here. Now, is this going to continue upwards? We'll have to wait and see. I mean, this has been very impulsive, and obviously with Twitter, you can see that there's a very simple symmetrical flag here that is working its way up. So look for it to test this key level again, okay? So I'd be looking for it to test this level again and possibly get rejected. That would be my thinking of it, but it could test and it could pump to Moontown. So we need to be very cautious here as well and practice good risk management. It is a meme coin. It is volatile. It is going to move in the way that you don't want it to move. So if you are trading it like I have, what my suggestion is that you try to trade the range, right? You get the range, right? And you simply say, this has been key level of support and resistance throughout. Where am I? I'm below the VWAP. Okay, so look for it to come up to the VWAP, possibly touch and get rejected, right? You can still trade this with your market cipher, with your VWAP, with your volume, and because it is moving. So if you're in and out really quickly, like I took a short, it was from here yesterday, I believe, and then we dumped, right? That was a nice, juicy, profitable trade, right? But as soon as we moved 10%, I had put my stop loss into profits, right? And I let the rest of the trade ride, and I've paid myself. So keep an eye out for Doge. If you want something that's moving, we got Doge here. It's moving like crazy, but look for it to bounce off the VWAP. I mean, it seems to be respecting TA in the sense that, it's making higher lows, right? Or lower highs. It's respecting fibs. So if you pull fibs, you can get fibs. So if you want to trade this, go right ahead, pull your fibs, pull your volume, look at where price is going to, and try to attack it that way. But at your own discretion, right? It is a meme coin. We are coming down to the point of control here. We touched the value area low. Like, this is very, very new territory, so I'd be very careful when trading the Doge. Pay yourselves early. Always, always remember that Elon could say anything at any time, which could cause the price to go kaboom, right? So be very careful with Doge. Keep an eye out. I'd be possibly looking for a long here. It's looking to make a higher low. You can see here, it's attempting to make a higher high, right? Maybe a reversal is due. So be careful. Look for it to come back up to this level and get rejected to the basement, right? Because it'd be nice to catch that move all the way back down, because I do believe if time tells, it will cool down, right? And it'll probably come to some mid-range level like we had from before. So yes, be very, very careful. Now I wanted to shout out some of the guys in the Discord, because you guys are always here supporting the channel. And I mean, look at this. Sniper's Nightmare, 97%. We got, I saw Farmer with 74%. TRD Farmer. We got Jake waking up with his second take profit being smashed, 55%. You guys are crushing it. Like, I'm so proud of you guys. Great work, great work, great work. I mean, 436%. Mr. Elon himself, Space Invader. Look at that. We got guys winning here. The Fallen One as well. 32% on ETH, 128%. I had a nice trade the other day, but amazing job, everybody. Congratulations on your trades recently. Top-notch trading. So yeah, I try to trade the range on the Doge. I'd be patient here. I'd be paying myself really early, and I let the rest of the trade ride. I'd be trying to catch the highs and the lows and letting the rest of the trade ride, right? See, this would have been nice for me, but I had gotten into this trade around here, and I got stopped out in my sleep last night. But I did get a nice 100% trade here. So, I mean, I'm not complaining. It would have been nice to not get stopped out. It would have been a lot bigger. It would have been it would have been double the size. So we got to be patient. I beat that one today. No, my God. Space Invader, the legend, man. Good job, guys. Crayfish for everyone. Space Invader crushing it as well. So we did get a pump on ETH. We're going to talk about ETH and how possibly people in Bitcoin could be flocking over to Ethereum when we look at Bitcoin dominance. Okay, so we can see that Bitcoin dominance has come up above this 47 area. And it is starting to curl down, right? This is starting to curl down. And that, to me, says that maybe, just maybe, Bitcoin's going into alts. And they're also preparing for the unstaking event, okay? So let's go through Bitcoin. We'll go through Bitcoin all the time frames, market cipher, our thoughts on Bitcoin, what's going on, how are we going to trade the Bitcoin, and what are we looking for? Because obviously Bitcoin has been ranging sideways, and it's been kind of annoying, hasn't it? It's been kind of annoying. There's been trades to be happen, but we haven't had any big moves as of late. We've had big moves, and now we are just trending sideways and accumulating. What does this say to me? What does this tell my mindset? Well, this tells me that we've pumped up and we've come to a key level of resistance where people are unsure. The retails are unsure, right? The whales, however, are probably setting us up for something big, right? They're probably accumulating trades, shorts and longs here, only to wick and dump, or dump, then fly. So we need to practice good risk management here. I stress that extremely because we are at very, very, very key levels. We've talked about this multiple times, that we are at this key level of resistance holding us down. And then we have this 25. That's how straight I'm drawing lines today. I swear I do not drink or do any of that stuff. So we're just not able to draw these lines. But we are in the beautiful mixed sandwich here, the Otter unbelievable sandwich here. And in order to get up here, we need to break through. And in order to not go back into the basement due to recession, is that we have to stay above this 25.2 area. So those are two areas. We're caught in the middle, but we are knocking on the door of 2930K, which will obviously bring us new levels. Darren does think BTC to go into alts to get more wrecked, and I'm not even a perma bear. Right? I'm like not perma bear, but I'm like Canadian bear, I guess you'd say. So which way do we think the market's going to go today? We pointed up yesterday. We're going to go down today just because we can. So we'll point the Otter to the downside today. Maybe shrink it down with a little less volume and wait for some reactions on price, okay? What's up, Darren Does Things? Hope you're doing well. Added it to the winners wall. Makes up for my awful week last week. Awesome. I mean, let's see it. What do you... Oh, holy smokes. We're going to blast off, says Tragahart. Space Invader setting new records. He's just out here setting records. So, lots of people are wondering, are we going to blast off or not? Well, it looks to me like we are trending upwards and we could blast off any second now. And like I said yesterday, I told you guys I would look into it on the economic calendar and when we had news. And we have some news coming out April 12th, which is probably the 11th for you guys. No, this is UTC -5, yeah. So on Wednesday, we got some core inflation year over year coming in, which will move the markets. Are they possibly setting up for this? This is on the 12th of next week, I believe. Is this next week? This is next week. I am sorry. So this week, we have unemployment rates. That's the one. Friday, the 7th. 7:30, we have unemployment rates, non-farm payrolls coming out. So be careful of that. Can you guys even see that on my screen? Be careful of that on Friday, okay? On Friday. And then the week following, we have other things coming out. But Friday is the day, non-farm. So be careful at 7:30 in the morning. You do not want to get caught in the middle of that, okay? And watch out for Elon because he's coming. Doge to the moon. Okay. So where are we now? We're getting a red dot again. Okay. We're getting a red dot again for this bearish divergence on Bitcoin on the 2-day, right? Nothing. Red dot on the 3-day, red dot on the 4-day, nothing on the 5-day, nothing on the weekly. So we've got red dots everywhere. Is this going to bring us down? Oh, my God. We got faked out almost. I feel like on the 2-day, it was the 2-day. Yeah, we got faked out on this one here. And then it popped a green one, and then it pumped on us. So we need to be careful, okay? We can't just trade the dots. So what we need to do is trade the range and then pay ourselves early and allow the price to do what it has to do. Jolt jobs data did nothing today. So there we go. We are getting news and we're not getting any big movements. We can see that money flow. is on the daily. It has come into the red and it is staying down here. And we got to be very cautious of the VWAP to flop over the zero line here and for the money flow to come back out. Okay. We want to see more of an incline if we are going to see price drop, which we can see a little bit of an incline, but it's not as steep. Look at the money flow over here on the left of the green. We can see that money has come out, and we want to see it continue to come out if we're going to remain bearish. We can also see that we are still very much overbought, and we want to see this come down as well with more of a steep incline. Right now it's pretty sideways. Okay, so we want to definitely watch for that. We got a beautiful, lovely lady humps here. So we could be looking for a double top, right? Double top, possibly. Red dot, bring us down. And this one is confirmed on the daily. Doge to the moon, cows get slaughtered. But Eric Crown and the Gaussian analyst. Most noob YouTubers and their aunties calling for 30K. When all call for it, it goes the opposite way. And that's what we were talking about a couple days ago. We're like, what is everybody saying? We're going to the moon, blah, 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 blah. And currently right now, we are being very cautious and just trading the ranges. We're not going to clickbait you, and we're not going to say something that we don't know the future of, right? There's a lot of uncertainty in the world right now with the American dollar. There's a lot of things going on right now that doesn't allow us to be like, oh yeah, we're going to the moon, woohoo! It's a 4-year cycle, Bitcoin, la 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 la. No, we're traders here. We're trying to extract profits. We don't have any crystal ball like all these other YouTubers who are sitting here magically presuming that it's going this way or that way, right? What we can do is look at the charts, look at the S&P 500, get some ideas. You know, everybody's like, look at the S&P, it's flying to the moon. Well, guess what? It's coming up to a key level of resistance, which we had drawn out yesterday, and it didn't even get up to it. It is retracting a little bit downwards and bouncing off this level here. So I got a crystal ball. You sit as a night light. Amazing. Amazing. Well, maybe we'll have to borrow it. We'll have to borrow the Stragaheart's crystal ball. Is it shaped like, is it like, you know, does it have like stars and stuff on it? Everybody, this is Stragaheart's nightlight. Light bright, light bright. Did anybody have a light bright growing up? So the S&P is getting a down push. It is getting rejected. We are looking forward to attempt this 4177, but if it doesn't, it just means to me that we have made our we've come out of this downtrend. We've made higher lows, and we're looking to make another higher low. So in order to continue this, we're probably going to bounce here, come up, and then get rejected. That's my thoughts after watching this for so long on the S&P. We are at key levels. We have this trend line that was respected all the way during the downtrend of COVID. So we want to watch for this to come back and possibly retest and maybe head down. Okay? Sure did, and my kids have new ones because they still make them. That's awesome. How's that BTC money flow looking on Market Cipher? So if we go to the monthly for you there, the money flow is non-existent. We'll have to go over to Binance here or Bitstamp. We'll go over to Binance, and it's in the green. On Binance, it's in the green. On Bitstamp, yeah. So it has bounced off the zero on the monthly. Okay, going back to Bitcoin. What do we got here? So we got the sideways range, right? We got the sideways range. We have a double top here printing with 2 red dots that's looking to turn us over, okay? It's looking to give us a good old slap down, and as we go through the time frames, we get some more mixed signals, but the daily does look bearish, okay? Something to note. Now, if we get into the 12-hour, we can see that we're getting a green dot. So this is where it gets confusing, right? Because we're so overbought. We get a green dot. in my opinion, we've been talking about this too, is that we're looking for it to have another attempt at the highs and then get rejected, okay? Because it wants to grab liquidity, right? Liquidity is the game, and it wants to grab those guys that are in shorts up top here, right? So we want to be very careful. And if you meant the weekly, no problem. We can look at the weekly, and we can see that money flow simply has curled back into the zero line and is looking to stay above. Is it in the green yet? No, it's still in the red. So it can be getting rejected from the zero line here. There is a steep decline here on the VWAP. So very careful here. We can see the weekly did come up and flattened out. We can see it had this giant move up, and we're looking for the weekly to actually curl over on the momentum wave and head back down, which means we would get rejected off the zero line here in the long-term time frames. There you go, farmer. I got you, man. Always trying to cater to all you guys. Sniper's Nightmare, LFG, LRC, and Uni might be good shorts. Look at this guy. He's in the chat, finally. Moderator, my man, Sniper's Nightmare. We were shouting you out even when you weren't here in the Otter Talk, making the trades, 14% LRC. We saw you. We got you. You know, we're shouting you out because we appreciate you, man. We appreciate you. And we're going Doge to the moon, okay? Doge to the moon. Elon life. So going through the rest of the time frames. Everybody go check out LRC and Uni. They might be good shorts. Says Sniper's Nightmare. Thank you so much for being here. So yeah, we're getting a green dot on the 12 hour, right? Look at this chop a block. I mean, they're just grabbing people in swing trades and short trades and long trades right now. Very easy to see. I'm back after my break, mate. Now full trading mode again. Watch out. Sniper's Nightmare. He's back. That weekly money flow is one of Frankie's biggest indications that he mentioned a lot relating to the bottom being in. Wow. That's cool. That weekly money flow is powerful. Absolutely. We're looking for that rejection off of that zero line. Do I believe the bottom is in? I don't make those calls. I would say I'm 69% sure, just like the Bitcoin price, that the bottom's in, okay? It does look like it is in. There's many indicators pointing that it is in. But what if Binance went out? What are you prepared for that, right? We need to always be prepared for everything. My bottom is in my chair, says Stragaheart. So right now, we just trade the range, right? We just trade the range. Unless you're trying to swing trade this to the moon and accumulate bags. I mean, I've accumulated bags. Anything under 20K, I've been filling up my bag. And then I have certain levels for certain things over here on this chart over here. These are my main hodl bags. If you want to check it out, I don't hodl Sol or CHC, but everything from Gala and up, I hodl these ones here and some others. But these are mostly my main bags over here. If you are curious, okay? You can criticize me all you want, but we're filling up bags because we're preparing for the next bull run, and this is the time to accumulate, like everyone says. Not financial advice, of course. So it's 5:54, or it's 4. It's 4:54 in the morning before I go to work. Today I got to swing a hammer. I'm installing windows and doors, sliding doors today at work. They're heavy, but guess what? We get it done, even after a live stream at 5 a.m. in the morning, okay? So don't forget to smash that like button. Subscribe if you haven't already, okay? And join us in the free Discord. We have a free Discord, and I'm going to do Sniper's Nightmare's job here. I'm going to post the Discord in the chat because I got you, Sniper. And join us, man. It's free. We always have fun. We share our trades. Then we share our trades on the live streams. Congratulate you guys because you guys are legends. Always out here smashing the like button, helping out the channel. We're growing slowly but surely, but I appreciate every single one of you. Thank you so much for being here. So let's go over. Let's turn on some TA. Let's take a look at what we're looking at on these charts. And we got a downtrend that we drew out yesterday. Okay, we drew this out yesterday, and we were talking about how we keep hovering around this bit rusty after time off. No worries, my man. No worries. I'm just going to keep you on your toes. I'm going to light that fire under you, bro. I got you. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. I hope Adam runs in the next bull run. It's a solid token, but I feel like Sol took the glory last year. Yeah, I agree. I agree. And then we've seen how Sol is now after SBF. So, yeah, we got this point of control that's clearly sucking price right back into it. Okay, it is being nasty. This area right here is a lot of uncertainty. We're waiting for more confirmation. We were talking yesterday how it has to break through this red box. Okay, this red box was significant. We're like, it needs to get below here in order to have a decent move somewhere. So look, we were talking about this yesterday. It came down, it attempted, it got rejected, it came back up to this trend line. That's when we drew it in last night, and I shared it on the charts in the Discord. And guess what? We came back down, we attempted this value area low again, and we popped right back up to this trend line. So we could have taken a short from up here and been okay. You know, these are still quite significant moves with a bit of leverage, right? A 1.5% move is still nice. Now, it looks like this range is small, but we do have a good, beautiful, 8% within the whole range to be traded. So there is quite a lot of moves to be had throughout this trading range. So make sure to add this trend line. Remember the tops and the bottoms. We are currently bouncing off this level here, and we need to get through it, right? So we're going to look for swing failure patterns just like we had here to pop back up, or we're going to look for a continuation to the downside off of this trend line, right? And then also we need to be aware that if we do break above this trend line and flip it, we should be looking to short or to long right here, right off of the trend line, and possibly ride a nice trade up to the new highs, right? Because overall, my thoughts and ideas are to come and grab liquidity like we talked at the top of the stream. So we want to see price come up, grab liquidity up here, and then head back down, right? We've knocked on the door multiple times, and we're looking to continue to knock. Can we make some sort of pattern that brings us down? Maybe a head and shoulders, who knows? But it's very choppy action, okay? So we want to trade the ranges, pay ourselves early, and look for price to go to either the highs or the lows and to grab a nice long or a nice short. And if you are scalping this, I mean, there's lots of trades to be had, right? So we need to be very careful. Right now, it's looking like we're going to be pumping to the upside. We have some sort of, here we go. 4 hour, this does not look, this looks like a possible divergence. We have this and this. It's not as steep as I would like, but a possible divergence. So maybe a retrace here and then a pop to the upside we can be looking for. Let me get rid of all these circles and etch-a-sketches. So we want to be very, we want to be very careful with the Bitcoin price here. The 4 hour looks to be printing the divergence. It's definitely printed on the 3 hour. You can see the divergence here. So that would have been a nice long trade to jump into off the start of the day. So look for this to continue upwards. This looks like a reversal pattern. So we're going to look for a retracement here and then possibly continuation to the upside over the next 4 to 5 hours. In the 1 hour, money flow seems to be coming back in. It looks like it's coming back in. We can see that the stochastic is curling down. So we want to be very patient here as well, looking at this. I mean, very choppy for Bitcoin in my opinion. So we want to practice good risk management in these situations. If we pull a fib here, yeah. So I'd be looking at these lows for a possible long, just like we were talking about, a possible long from these lows, 27.4, right? To continue to the upside for a swing failure pattern up at the top of the range. But we're trying to set ourselves up for that big move. That's what we're trying to do right now. Pay ourselves early, use the stop loss, bring it to entry, and let the rest of the trade ride. And hopefully, by trading the range multiple times, we can get into that trade that definitely pops off and goes in either direction. But my bias is leaning bearish right now. Okay, we can see on the 4, the 3, and the 2, and the daily, these all have red dots. Money flows come out. Stochastic is trying to curl over. So I see a little bit of an attempt at the top and then a drop to the bottom in the short-term time frames. Now, that can always change depending. We can see that Dixie is dumping, so we got to be very careful, okay? We got to be very careful. We can see Dixie is coming down and could be attempting to come to this dollar mark, which is quite significant. We're on the weekly here of the dollar index, and for so long, we traded within this box, okay? And since COVID, we've come out and we have knocked on the box once. We could possibly knock on the box again, and this is bullish for Bitcoin, okay? If the dollar is dropping this way, it is bullish for Bitcoin. But remember all the FUD going around about the dollar right now, so we need to be very careful with just trading the inverse relation to Bitcoin, because when the dollar goes down, Bitcoin typically goes up. But right now, there's a lot of other things influencing this price. Okay, so let's be very careful by using this for complete confluence. And then S&P obviously is coming up to key resistance, could be coming down, which trades very similarly to Bitcoin. So Bitcoin will be coming down as well. Okay, so mixed signals on the Dixie and the S&P, so we need to be careful. Now, Ethereum. I hope that makes sense for you guys for the Bitcoin price. Okay, now with Ethereum. Big pump, okay? Big pump. Big pop-up pump, okay? And we got this unstaking event that's coming up. We have these higher highs being formed. We got rejected off of this trend line on Ethereum. We can see that it is pushing and pushing and pushing. We got a green dot on the daily, very different to Bitcoin. And we were talking about how Bitcoin dominance is coming down, right? So we can see a lot of people are jumping into Ethereum due to this unstaking event, in my opinion. So we want to be very careful and see Ethereum work its way back down. But there is a lot of hype, right? This is very, very big news, right? When we look at other coins, like just from watching so much crypto news, we know that coins like ADA, they're staked up to 70%. That's wild, right? And then Ethereum, I believe it's under 30% because of this fact that you can't unstake it. People want to have control of their coins, right? So when this comes in, will so much more adoption come in to people being able to stake their coins? Or will people unstake their coins and then sell them? So there's very, very different mixed feelings. A lot of people saying this is a bullish event. And I think overall, this should be a bullish event for Ethereum because it just opens up to decentralization and many things like that, but also allows people to, to make a little bit of profit off the bags that they hold. So we want to watch Ethereum and see its reaction. It's going to react to news. It's going to react to this event coming up. So yes, it has pumped massively compared to Bitcoin. Look for it to get rejected off of here. When we look and zoom out on Ethereum, remember back when we had this massive run up, over here. Now this, I was trading Bitcoin. Bitcoin reacted a lot differently. Ethereum had led the way. We had dumped down, but Ethereum had led the way. And I believe this was the first Ethereum event of last year where it led the way and it brought a lot of the alts and Bitcoin up with it after getting plummeted to the ground. After, I believe that was the Celsius Voyager thing. I'm not 100% sure. It was one of those. And and it led the way out, right? And it stayed strong compared to Bitcoin. Well, this could be a similar situation. Can it lead the way in this upcoming month, right? Because April is supposed to be bullish for Bitcoin. So we need to be cautious, but maybe Ethereum can lead the way. We can see that Bitcoin dominance is coming down. So something to think about there when trading Bitcoin, when trading the alts, when trading Ethereum. And Matic tends to follow Ethereum as well. So watch those. Let's see if there's any CME gaps we have here that have printed recently on the Bitcoin price. Nothing significant. Nope. We're all good. So remember, on the CME gaps, we do have two CME gaps, one above us, one below us, the 21,145 and the 34,605. So be very careful for price to go and want to fill these areas, vice versa. Make sure to add them to your charts. CME gaps are a real thing, and they do get filled most of the time. So be very cautious of those. What's up, Dave Digital? Sniper's Nightmare says, dump that mother. Oh, I almost swore. Buenos dias, AOC. How's Doge? Doge is all right, man. I mean, Doge to the moon, my friend. Doge to the moon. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, we've been trading Doge, scalping it. We got a range on Doge. We were saying it's gonna come down, probably touch these lows. It's moving. The thing is, I love volatility. No matter what, I love volatility. You add some basic TA to volatility. You pay yourselves early. You watch the rest of the trade ride. I mean, it's a good time, in my opinion. If you're practicing good risk management, you can extract some nice profits. We can see that we had this massive pump up. This is where we were taking our long yesterday. Thank God we got out of that long yesterday. It would have been nice to short that. That would have been gains for days. But the day went on and it crawled back up. It came to this 10-cent area. Yet again, I shorted it down. Nice 100% gain. And guess what? It's continued down. I got stopped out in profits. So very happy with Doge. It's been really good. Are we still good? Are we still live? I think we're still good. Just checking with the chat. Are we still live, friends? We're going to go over and check out LRC. I think we're still live. Shout out to the chat. Thank you guys so much for being here. Yep, we're still good. Okay, I don't have my hard drive connected to capture the recording. Thank you guys for helping me and making sure that we're still good here. LRC. Do I have LRC on here already? I probably do. This is... How about Bitcoin dominance? Yeah, Bitcoin dominance, we've shown a couple times that it is coming down. Bitcoin dominance is coming down with all that pumpage of ETH. So we can see that Bitcoin dominance is coming down. Where is LRC in the place to be? LRC in the place to be. Add it to the chart. Ugh, get this thing out of the way. LRC is crawling sideways. It is a stable coin. As you can see, LRC is a stable coin. It's not a stable coin, but it isn't moving too much. It isn't moving too much. We can see that it's definitely crawling sideways. Flagging out just like Bitcoin, in my opinion. So you can see it's coming out, flagging out, choppy action. Within this range, I'd be looking to trade the lows and the highs. Same kind of deal here with Bitcoin, right? Lows and the highs, looking to get into those trades. It's popped up to the highs recently, so probably a short was a must. But right now, when we zoom in, LRC, we got red dots, could curl over, looking to drop down. Yeah, so We have a beautiful, beautiful range. I mean, look at this. 14% range being respected. If you caught the highs and the lows of this range, I mean, look at this. Every single one of these. Tons of trades to be had here, right? Tons of trades to be had here. So if you're scalping this range, very, very nice, right? Very nice range. Look, respected here. Could have longed from the value area low. I mean, boom, 5%. Look for it to work to the value area high. Be careful because it is a lot of wicks, but overall, very nice little range. And if you're looking for long-term trades on LRC, then it's obviously flagging like Bitcoin. I think if Bitcoin pops off, this continues upwards as well, and it'll follow down just the same. But 14% range is a great range to me, and to be able to scalp it, I mean, there's tons of trades here, right? So you just want to be trading the range, letting the rest of the trade ride, but also preparing for the schlong, right? The short and the long. And that's my thoughts on LRC. That's how I would trade that. If I had the time to scalp that, I'd be on that all day long. Very, very, very nice. So we're gonna go over and check Uni for you. Uni. Let's go and look at Uni. Uniswap. Uni's popping off. 5% gains on Uni. Zoom out. Very choppy. Very choppy, like a lot of things right now. Okay. So Uni has yet to have that real pop off run. It's looking to test this POC and flip it to support. So you can see it's trying to work its way up. So we're at the point of control. We're in an uptrend. We've popped off, not the golden pocket, but the 0.5. We're trying to make a higher high right now. So for this, I would be looking to pull a fib from here, from the top of the range. Let's go to the top of the range. I'd be looking for a short here. This would be my idea if I was to trade this. Tight stop loss on the Uni short. That's the one. That's the one. Tight stop loss, okay? Depending on where this comes to, right? We can see we're getting quite an aggressive push up. So we want to be careful here. We have some levels above us. We have key high here. This is 2.5% above. I mean, it is a little bit higher up, but if we're going to make a higher high here, we're going to have to definitely be watching that. Right? So I'd be looking for a short here at 6.27 on the golden pocket. Remember, we do have key volume holding us down though, so we could be just getting rejected from here. Very cautious on the Uni trade. Okay? Sniper's Nightmare, I'm sure, will help you out in the Discord if you need any help with trading those. He's all over it, killing it all the time with the alts. My man, Sniper's Nightmare, thank you so much for being here. All right, my friends. Well, it's time for me to get ready for work. Ugh. And we made a new video today on what did we make a video today? I think it was on some sort of mindset thing. Let me double check here. I'll share it in the chat. I think it's on belief, on having a positive, good belief system. I've been listening to some trading books recently on mindset and having a positive outlook when coming to the charts. Okay, so yes, it sounds a bit corny. Yeah, just be positive and the trade will go in your way. Okay, but it's real facts. We are here to trade the markets, not let the market trade us. We are here to be patient, right? We have to like I feel like as a human, I've always been like, if I go in and I start doing a good job and attacking and working hard, I'll be good. But the trading game is totally different in the sense that we need to be patient. We have to let price come to us, and then we have to execute, right? And having a positive belief of that, I've got this, and I come to the charts with positivity and attack that every single day. It allows me to be a more profitable trader. It cools off my anxiety. It cools off my fear of jumping into the trades. It allows me to trust my strategy, practice good risk management, not add to my trade. It allows me to lose properly. So there's a whole bunch of things that we're trying to address here as traders. It's not just pressing buy and sell, right? How are your emotions when trading? How is your belief system? Do you think you've lost before you've even started the trade, right? So I think these things are crucial to protect our thinking, to protect our minds, and to stay positive throughout this journey, right? Because we want to be profitable traders, but we don't want to lose sleep and have anxiety and fear and just want to quit and blow up accounts, okay? We want to accumulate bags slowly over time and be profitable. So it's very important to practice good mindset. It's very important. So look for this trend line to hold Bitcoin down. If not, we're looking for a swing failure pattern up and then down to the bottom with all this bearish signals on the market cipher, okay? So we're looking for a swing failure pattern up and then a dump down, grabbing liquidity up at this 29K area and then heading down. But right now we're in the range, so try to trade the range, protect yourself, practice good risk management. I'll be in the Discord throughout the day. I'm going to work. So thank you so much, everybody. Much love to every single one of you. Mrs. Otter is not threatening me this morning and saying she's going to kick my ass because I was too loud. So maybe we need to make some more noise. Oopsie. Maybe that was my neighbors. Oh, thank you guys so much for being here. God bless you. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out. Bye. Mrs. Otter, did I wake you up? No. I didn't wake you up. I'm sorry. But they needed the TA. You want to get a Shiba Inu?